Today we're going to talk you through the best Asics shoes for plantar fasciitis. We're going to talk you through our 3 most recommended shoes, and we're going to help you decide which shoe might be best for your plantar fasciitis pain based on the type of plantar fasciitis pain you have and the characteristics of each type of shoe. Please remember, all information in this video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't substitute medical advice, and there are links to the 3 shoes that we recommend in the description. So first of all, we're going to talk about the Asics Gel Cumulus 25. This is what Asics would typically call their neutral trainer, so that means at the back of the shoe it's flat rather than having to tilt one way or the other. It's got the FF Blast cushioning, which is a nice soft plush cushioning, so if you're looking for a shoe where it feels like you're walking on a cloud, this is definitely the shoe for you. It's got an 8mm heel drop, so that's the difference from the back to the front of the shoe, so that's influential because it puts a slight tilt on the shoe and it can influence where pressure goes through your plantar fascia. So in terms of when you're trying to decide if this is a good shoe for you or not, we need to think about what happens with your plantar fasciitis pain. If you get most of your pain when you initially make contact with the ground, that's what we typically call a compression type plantar fasciitis, or if you get it when you push off, that's what we call more of a stretch related plantar fasciitis pain. So if you're looking for something that's really soft, nice and relaxed, and you have a compression type of plantar fasciitis whilst looking for a neutral shoe, then the Gel Cumulus may be one for you. If you're looking for a little bit more stability, then the next most stable shoe in the Asics range is the Asics GT-2000 version 12. They've completely overhauled this model compared to the 29, so they've replaced the typical gel cushioning that you would see on the inside of the shoe, and they've placed that within the whole sole of the shoe, and what you get is an extremely light shoe, so significantly lighter than the previous models, even though it's got a thicker midsole, which is more helpful for absorbing impact as you walk or you run. Has a little bit more support on the inner aspect of the shoe, a little bit broader underneath, and a little bit of flare at the forefoot, and that makes up its 3D guidance system. It's really snug fit, it helps to stabilize the ankle at the back of the heel, and that can help for those of you that struggle to control motion from side to side. So if you're looking for a shoe that has a little bit more stability, it's still quite light, only 0.2 of an ounce heavier than the Cumulus 25, then the GT2000 could be a good shoe for you. In contrast to that, the Gel Kayano 30 is the most stable model within the Asics range. It's got a 4D guidance system, so it's also got a medial arch support, so a little bit smaller than in the previous model, but still gives a little bit of support underneath that arch, and that can be helpful for those of you who got more of a stretch response to the plantar fasciitis, as it just helps to elevate the underside of the arch. It can just shorten that plantar fasciitis a bit and offload it somewhat. It's got much more of a plush cushioning than what you see in the GT2000, so you might feel like you sink into the shoe a little bit more, as opposed to the GT2000 is a little bit firmer, and there's a similar type of relaxed cushioning in the Cumulus to what is in the Gel Kayano. In return for getting that extra bit of stability that you'll find in Gel Kayano, it's a little bit heavier than both of these shoes, so about an ounce heavier than the GT2000 and 1.2 ounces heavier than the Gel Cumulus. So if you're looking for a shoe that's really stable, feels like you're walking on a cloud, and you're happy to sacrifice a little bit of extra weight, then the Gel Kayano is probably the shoe for you. So hopefully that's helped to explain how these 3 different types of shoes can help different types of plantar fasciitis pain, depending on the type of support you need and the type of cushioning that you're interested in. If you've got any questions about the shoes, please leave them in the comment section below, and if you're interested in any of the shoes, there's links to all of them in the description, and if you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel.